Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making a vegan salami. So this vegan salami, much like the last one I made, is going to have a few different parts to it. Essentially, I'm going to be making a fat and I'm going to be making a meat. And the meat is going to comprise of some liquid ingredients and some dry ingredients. But overall, the process of making this should be pretty simple. So let's go ahead and get started with making the fat. Going to get some salt. Some cornstarch. Some onion powder. And some vital wheat gluten. And some oil. And some water. When it comes to the fat, all I'm going to do is add all of these ingredients together and just mix it up a little bit and then knead that so that way it firms up and it kind of activates the vital wheat gluten, and then I'll put it aside and start in with the meat. Alright, so we're adding the vital wheat gluten, the cornstarch, the salt, onion powder. Going to give that a mix. And then I'm adding in the liquids, the water, and the oil. And now I'm just going to mix this up and then I will knead it. So this time you can see that the fat is a bit more moist, a little bit more soft, and I did do that intentionally just so that way it mixes better with the meat. All right, I'm gonna put that aside and I'm gonna get the ingredients together for the meat. Okay, so we have one raw beet. And so with the raw beet, I'm gonna cut off the excess parts like so. Let me get them discarded, and I'm going to peel the beet. Now the beet is going to be used to give some color and hold some color to the salami. All right, let me go ahead and get this cleaned up. Okay, and I'm just gonna cut up the beet a little bit just to make it easier for the food processor. A tablespoon of ground anise, some miso, and our vital wheat gluten. Okay, we get a tablespoon of garlic powder and a tablespoon of onion powder. And some smoked paprika. We have some cayenne pepper. And 2 vegan beef bouillon cubes. Get some vegetable stock. You could use water here if you wanted, but I like the vegetable stock option because it just adds a little bit more flavor. Some tomato paste. Have some apple cider vinegar. And again, I like to use the apple cider vinegar to help cover up the bread flavor that will happen sometimes with using Vital Wheat gluten. And some oil. I'm going to add some mushroom powder to add a little bit more umami to the salami. We need some salt. Some maple syrup. And then we have some liquid smoke. And last ingredient is either some steak sauce or some Worcestershire sauce, making sure that you're using vegan on either one of those. So as you notice, there's a good amount of ingredients here, but I'm just going to add them all to a blender, get them blended up, and turn that into a seitan dough. So now, very similarly to the last salami I made, I'm going to cut up the fat and I'm going to add that into the meat and just knead it up really well, because if I learned anything when it comes to making the vegan meat, like, use what works. Don't change that, but change the recipe, change the flavors, come up with some other ways to make it better. And that's what we're doing here. All right, and I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit, and then I will wrap it in wax paper and aluminum foil and get that cooking. But first, I'm going to get together a little bit of a rub to put on the outside of this salami. So I'm just adding some chipotle pepper and some umami seasoning to this. And now I'm going to roast this in my Breville at 350 degrees for about an hour and a half. Okay, so the salami is cooked. I'm just going to add it to the fridge and let it cool for a little bit, and then I will slice this up and see how it is. All right, so I completed the journey of making the salami, and I gotta tell you, it came out absolutely fantastic. You get the softness but chewiness of salami. The color is perfect. The marbling effect is fantastic. And you get some of that spice that comes through, but then it sits on your palate a little bit. Absolutely fantastic. This is the salami that I will use on a sub, that I will use as deli meat. I will enjoy anytime. I'm not gonna be going to the grocery store and buying deli meat. I'm just gonna make it myself for much cheaper in my own home. I don't have to deal with going through crowds. I don't have to deal with, you know, what I'm gonna wear, what I'm gonna say. It's just, I'm in the comfort of my own home. I'm making this meat and enjoying it and having the exact food that I want to have, knowing what I'm putting in my body. This salami is fantastic. I know you will love it, and I look forward to creating some more great recipes for you, sharing those with you, making some more vegan meats, making some more comfort foods, and just really having a good time and enjoying our time together in the kitchen, because I'm your friend with food benefits. And I'll see you again real soon.